Hey, what's up? It's your boy Paul Brandon. Let's get into the Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 9. So it started off with them showing the ladies, out doing their thing. We end up seeing Sheree in the doctor office because she's doing this holistic stuff so that she can, you know, go the holistic route. So she did for her, the doctor and stuff wanted her to do. So she went to get what is it? Hold on. Hydropuncture. I don't think I'm saying the name right, but she went to get that, so she was nervous and stuff. She's with her daughter and her sister. I think her big sister. And she was talking so much, and they didn't did it. She went, "Oh, you did it already?" Her sister said, "I didn't know you was a big baby." So, we move on from there. So we move on. We see move on to Marlo. So Marlo is at home. So Marla at home with one of her besties, they just talking about the date that she went on and everything. About her blind date and that she went on and how it was and stuff. And she said, it was a good time. She had a good time. He ended up texting her the next morning and stuff, saying good morning, and all that good stuff. He had a good day. And she her best friend asked, so sure, did you text him back right now? I know what to say, but you ain't, but I did text him back saying, a little something. I'm not used to, texts, early in the morning Texas, but she went, it was nice and everything, and all that good stuff. So she said she had a good time. She was nervous. She said she's just a little nervous about the dating and stuff because, when you let people in to your life, she just really guarded because, you let people in and people can use, when you let your guard down, people can use that against you. And that's her biggest fear about it, about dating mostly, is getting back out there and really going through the process again. But she actually liked the guy and stuff so far. So moving on from there, we move on to Sonya. So Sonya's with her team, the Mommy Nation. So she with her team, they working on the Mommy Nation stuff because she got a charity event for Mommy Nation coming up, and she ended up telling them that the auctioneer for the charity event that she having is actually not gonna make it. They won't be able to make it. You know, so they come she trying to figure out what to do next, and she end up the her team, the ladies end up saying, you might as well you need somebody with a big personality, and they put Kenya. They thinking Kenya could do it, and she went, "Oh, she went really? She went for real? Y'all think her?" I went, "Yeah." I went, I said, "Kenya personality isn't. She don't have a big personality, to be honest. Kenya personality is not that big. It's not that interesting, and I just don't care." But Sonya was like, okay. I asked. Sonya wasn't that big about it and all that stuff. But she said, she'll do it because the team was excited about it, getting her to do it. So she said she's gonna go ahead and do that. So we move on to Kenya. So Kenya is doing this video shoot for her hair care line. Her infant, because everybody know her about her infinite theme song for. I said, girl, don't nobody care. Don't know. I said, I have never heard nobody say that. Little itty bitty little rant of a song that you did to embarrass Marlo at her hair product launch line. So, girl, bye. But she making a big deal out of it. So she's shooting the video and stuff. Her non dancing self and stuff with Mignetta with her, and Mignetta helping her or whatever with the dancing and whatever. So what? She has her daughter with her, Brooklyn, and she do a little 1-2 with Brooklyn. They just playing around and stuff. Then Roy showed up. So we finally get to see Roy in person. So Roy showed up to the set to see her and whatever. Um and everything. They did a little chit chat for a minute. He brought in her bringing lunch and stuff. Oh, excuse me. In her bringing lunch and stuff and yeah, before he had to leave and whatever. And all that good stuff. Um During that, she get a call from Sonya. Sonya ended up calling her. Sonya ended up asking her. She said, Sonya wanted, hey, I wanted to know if you could do be the auctioneer for my Miami Nation event that's coming up and stuff. And she asked her, and she was like, "Can you wait?" She might ask me, "Which could you do it for me?" And she went, "Yeah, I do it." And in the confession, Can you wait? I do it, but this is the second time she didn't call my agent. I said, "Girl, please, ain't nobody calling. Girl, you ain't even got no agent, girl. Ain't nobody been looking for you. Ain't nobody looked for you for over the last what 30 years, and ain't been looking for you since." But moving on. So we moved on from that. We move on to Drew. So Drew at home, with her mom and her sister. They sitting around chit chatting. She ended up telling them about her son. Her son, he ended up getting a honor at he ended up getting an award at school. Um, he ended up getting an honor at school for I don't remember what it was. He got honored at school and stuff. And they ended up talking about having a conversation about her sister. And we end up learning a little bit more about her big sister and her sister career and her sister life. And her sister ended up telling about I want to say either her first marriage, and during her first marriage, she went through some um, physical stuff in the marriage, and she that was during while they would sit down talking about it. That was the first time she actually spoke about it because their mom that was the first time their mom even heard anything about it. And the sister was saying she need to take a break and stuff like that. She need to go on a break and stuff because she hasn't took a break. She been focused on nothing but work and everything, and after she had this mental breakdown and stuff during COVID and stuff, you know, a lot of things in her life has contributed to that whole mental breakdown. And she just at a point in her life where she just happy that she can rebuild with her sister, and they can actually be sisters now at this point in life. And it was really nice that they, got to that point. We got to learn a little bit more about the sister. And the sister, sister had a successful career. And you got Drew saying, like I said, girl, without your sister, I said, because your sister ain't managing you anymore, your career really ain't went nowhere. I said it really haven't. Your career ain't went nowhere, and we still trying to figure out like what's like what you been doing. Like since your sister had her meltdown, you ain't did nothing. And you acting like, yeah, I'm smart now. I'm in control of my career now. I said, your career ain't went nowhere. I said, without your sister has the connections. Your sister is who she is in the industry. She been in this industry for over 30 years, and she actually have real connections. And that's why you have a successful career since you were a kid to now, because your sister been there, been your manager, and now that she's not your manager, you kind of in limbo. You're doing it yourself, and you learning it, and it's what it is. But moving on from there, move on to Sheree. Sheree ended up going to dinner with the OGs of Atlanta Housewives season 1 without our girl Nene. So we got Lisa, Kim, and shoot, I forget her name. There's another housewife. I forgot her name. I can't remember right now. So they all get together. They do this look. They do a lunch that they usually do. Um, every so often to catch up, see how everybody doing, and they've been friends for over 15 years all together since the show. They all then made up, got themselves together. Everybody's doing good, and stuff. Certain things was said about Kim as they asked about the other ladies who's still on the show and stuff like that. Kim, like when they brought up Kenya, Kim, why she's still alive? I said, bitch, she is. Baby, I love me some Kim. That's my girl. I love Kim. I said, so I said it was really nice to see the OGs. I just wish that Nene was on here because it really would have been good. Because it's like all of them together and just doing their thing would have been really nice. But it was really nice seeing just to see them all together and stuff like that. Moving on from there, we move on to Sonya's charity event. So she getting ready for the event and stuff like that. Her sister showed up. Her sister got an attitude because her sister is actually supposed to be doing her hair, and I want to say the sister may have been was the sister doing the makeup? Probably. I don't know, but the sister was mad. Her sister was mad because she wanted her sister to also be there, to be at the event because her mom is coming, and she said, Sonya said her sister they been knew about this. The whole house, everybody knew about the Mommy Nation charity event that was coming up. And they knew these last 4 days were gonna be very hectic. So she knew all about this. So the sister had an attitude, pissed off, everything else under the sun. So she took it all out on Sonya and made Sonya cry. Made Sonya say, I got other things to do. I gotta, I'm a wife. I gotta, I'm a wife. I gotta deal with my kids and then also deal with your, also gotta figure out what to do with your son. And, I'm like, girl, your husband quit. I said, first of all, your husband quit. So he should be dealing with the kids. Y'all kids especially. So you should be dealing with her hair. You getting paid. You working for her. Like, you working for her. You knew about this. And you got an attitude because you also was supposed to do her hair and actually get dressed, you supposed to brought your outfit and everything to get dressed with her for the event. To be there. But you have an attitude and you end up making her cry, and she ended up apologizing. Sonya apologized. But I don't want you to cry. I don't want you to cry. I'm just saying what I had to say. This is what I said, girl, you a mess. I said, your sister is a effing mess. And it's time for her. I said, girl, pack her shit. At this point, pack her shit. Pack her shit, your mama shit, all of them. Pack them. It's time for them to go. Because I said they ungrateful. I said they very ungrateful. Because it's like, at this point, you didn't had over a year. Over a year to get your shit together. You got a job. Your husband, he ain't have a job, but he was your sister's assistant. Because you own a salon with your sister and your mama. And y'all running that. You run the day to day. So, mom's there, mom worked there too. But y'all, so what's the point? Like, y'all could have been, got your own place, did all that, got settled in and all that stuff. And Sonya could have, then got her a full team, a nanny, all this stuff, and got her full team and been about her business. Because she has a job, multiple jobs. But she trying to help your ass with extra work, with doing her hair for events and stuff like this. And you being a bitch. Because you just want to be a bitch. Just cuz. And if you didn't want to do it, you could have just said, I didn't want to do it. You didn't have to show up. You could have just called and said, I ain't coming. I ain't doing your hair. You need to figure it out. But you want to be the bitch of a bitch and make her cry before she had to go and do her event. A few minutes before she had to go do her event. So moving on, y'all. So we move on from there. We move on to move on to Saya. You know, she been waiting. They waiting on. You know, she greeting the ladies. All showing up except Kenya. She been waiting on Kenya. Kenya late. So her and Kenya, she calls Kenya to see what's going on with Kenya. She said, "Where you at? Cause you should be here." Kenya went, well, I'm calling about my so well things are going on. I'm calling about my plus one that's not gonna be sitting sitting with me at my table. She went, well, because of the way the tables are, I got your plus one sitting right next to you. She went, that's because of how the seats are, the tables are. Your plus one can't sit at the same at that table. Plus one gonna be sitting right next to you, so y'all gonna be right next to each other. Say, well, I'm a girl, but you late. I said you're late. I said I understand what she mean and what Kenya was getting at, you know, but you're late. That's the whole thing about it. You're late, and I don't understand it. Like, regardless of this last minute thing, you're late, and it shows how unprofessional you are, and you call yourself being a seasoned actress, and you're late. Because if you are late to something that you said that you actually could have said no to when she called and asked you, you could have said no, but you didn't. You said yes, and you was over an hour late, and she was waiting on you, so she had to start the event. When she started the event, then all of a sudden Kenya showed up. So the event starts and everything. Sonya said they trying to raise 50K. Kenya said we gonna raise 100K. And so they ended up raising 78K total of the event. They could have raised more. I believe they could have raised over that 100. They could have raised more than 100K if Kenya ass was on time. She was over an hour and some minutes. She was over an hour late, so they could have raised more than that if her ass was on time. But also, another thing that I'm missing, Sonya was giving out awards, and she gave out she had an award for Sheree. She had Sheree's son come in and give her the Mommy Nate gave her a Mommy Nation award. Her son gave it to her, and she was just so shocked and so excited about it, and it was very nice. I wish the son actually, showed up looking decent, came looking decent. Your mom was getting this award. You could have came up looking a little casual, not looking like you just rolled out of bed and just put on a nice shirt and some jeans. A little bit of something. But she was excited about it and everything. And it was really nice of Sonya to give her that and everything. Also, it was a Kenya dress for the event. That dress was too small for her body. Way too small. Because girl, no, that dress was 2 to 3 sizes smaller than her. Looking like a rabbit muffin. But overall, that's all that happened. Yeah, that's all that happened. On this episode, like, subscribe, comment, and share on social medias. It's your boy Paul Brantley. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll get back at y'all later.